everyone. It's me, Vicki. Welcome back to yoga. It's nice to see you. Today we're practicing intermediate yoga. So this practice is not beginner. It's not too advanced. I will be offering options for any of you who would like to add more sensation to your practice today, or perhaps take some away and make it just a little more comforting for you. So today, as we practice, I'm becoming aware during this pandemic of how much we're sitting and how much we're in front of screens. And here again, you're in front of a screen watching me. So just for today, I'd like to begin the practice in a very unusual way. And that is a little yoga for the eyes. So what we're going to do is simply take a nice deep breath in, and on our exhale, we're going to blink our eyes open and closed as fast as we can. Sounds a little strange, but it's very good for the eyes. So when you're ready, let's sit tall and take a nice inhale. Exhale, blink your eyes. Blink, blink. Exhale, exhale. Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink. Until your exhale is all finished, and then close those eyes, let it go. Good. Let's do another one. Inhale, open. Exhale, blink. Just keep blinking as fast as you can, even if it feels weird. Let that exhale come out all the way out as you're blinking. Blink, blink, blink. Until there's no more exhale, let it go, eyes closed. Good, one more time. Inhale, eyes open. Exhale, blink it out. Blink, 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 as fast as you can. Let all of it go. And then close the eyes. Allow your head to just roll around like a bowling ball, side to side. Let it go. Keep the eyes closed. Just roll that head around and around and around. Whatever feels good. Let the head be heavy. Roll it side to side or around in a circle. Heavy head, closed eyes. Let all of it go today. Round and around. No special way to roll the head. Whatever feels good. Let it be heavy. Let it be heavy. And then as you're doing this, just go ahead and dangle the head down so the chin is down towards your chest. Lift your head up. Draw the back of your head long. Draw the chin in. Sit tall. Breathe. You can keep your eyes closed or dim, shifting the gaze down. Take some nice deep breaths. Relax the hips. Relax the legs. Relax the shoulders. Relax the eyes. As we're sitting here breathing, know that somewhere in this world, in this big, big world right now, as you are practicing, someone is practicing too. There's someone right now that's practicing with you. This yoga is a community practice, even though we're just sitting here, you and me. Someone else is practicing now. Maybe someone watching this video right now with you. Perhaps you'd like to just send that person or persons a little love today and know that they're sending you some too. We are not alone in our practice. Let's take 3 more breaths. I am not alone as I practice. I am not alone. I am supported by a community, a world of yogis. One more breath. Good. Now, very gently, just float those eyes back open again if they were closed. We're going to disassemble our seat and bring ourselves down onto our backs very slowly, just for a stretch here. So just carefully bring yourself down on your back. I know a lot of you have been sitting, so I'd like to start with a little stretch of the hips before we start moving a little faster. So let's go ahead and stretch the arms out, stretch the legs out, nice long body stretch. Toes pointed, fingers reaching long. Inhale here. On your next exhale, let's bring that right knee into the chest. Let your hands wrap around the underside of the thigh. Left leg straight or a little bit bent if you'd prefer. Breathing. Relax your shoulders. Now can we point and flex our right foot? Just move it around a little bit like you did your head earlier. Maybe even circling the ankle in one direction and then the other like we did a little bit with our head. Just move that ankle, that foot around. Good, and then just lower that leg back down, full body stretch. Very nice. Inhale again and exhale, left leg, knee into the chest, hands under the thigh. Draw it in, relax your shoulders, and then pointing and flexing, moving your foot around a little bit. Maybe some of you with an ankle circle here. Relax into your foot, your ankle, reverse direction, just like we moved our head around a little bit. Relaxing the foot. Good, and let's come back to that full body stretch. Nice. Once again, right knee comes into the chest. Give it a nice little tug. This time, point the toe. And let's just graze the toe down onto your mat there. Taking your left hand around the side of that thigh, guide that leg across over the left thigh for a little twist. See if you can keep your heart center, your chest facing the sky. Right arm relaxes out to the side. Good, and now release that right leg and let's find reclined tree pose. Just bring that right leg out to the side. Let the sole of the foot be in towards your inner thigh. Relax the hip. You can take your right hand over and gently press down, if you'd like, on that inner thigh to open the hip more. Nice deep breaths here. Good, one more. And bringing that leg back to center, full body stretch. Nice job. Exhale, let's bring this left knee back into the chest one more time. Give it a little tug, stretch it out. This is a variation of our wind pose here. Very good for the legs and hips. Good. Now pointing the toe, left toe just grazes the mat there as the right arm comes around to guide the thigh across the right thigh. Again, the chest faces the sky. That left arm may be out to the side. Breathing. Your left hip is off the ground, just a gentle twist. One more breath. Now let's open to recline tree. The left knee comes out to the side, the leg still bent, left foot near the inner thigh of the right leg. This left arm can press down if you'd like for a little more sensation into your stretch. Very nice. One more breath. Bringing that leg back to center. Now both knees into the chest. So we're giving ourselves a little hug here. Now we're going to come up to a seated position again for just a moment. So for a little fun, you could roll up if you'd like onto your spine. And if you like that feeling of the spine rolling, you could take a couple rolls, a little energy into the spine. If you're taking this practice as a morning practice, this is very energetic, right? But really, any way that you can come find a seat. So find that seat any way you can. I'm just going to turn to face you one more time. You can stay right where you are if you'd like. Just sitting in easy seat now. And let's go ahead and bring the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart to honor those today that are practicing with us in the world right at the same time. Exhale. Nice. Let's take our left hand to the mat and inhale, right arm up and over for a nice side stretch. Turning the head upwards towards that upper arm. Using your core muscles, inhale, opposite arm to touch hands. And exhale, bring that other arm down, side stretch. Head turns, relax. Good. Inhale, back up again. Let's flow this a little bit. Exhale, melt into that nice side stretch. Inhale, up again. Exhale, opposite side. Good. One more flow here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Melt, breathe. Open your body, right? Inhale, we sit so much. Exhale down. Now we stretch it out. Back up to center. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Good. Now I'm going to turn back to where we started here. Can we find our tabletop with hands on the mat? We're coming to hands and knees here. Lining up shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, a cat and cow flow. Let's inhale to cow. Exhale to cat, and really moving the spine now. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Same thing again. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. Let's add a little sunbird flow now with the right leg. As you exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, press that right heel to the sky. Let's keep this going. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, heel to the sky. One more. Heel to the sky. Now this time, let's bring that knee through past your nose and the foot between your hands for kneeling lunge. So there's an option for some of you here to use your blocks. If you use blocks in a practice, you may want to bring them onto your mat right now as an option for your fingertips or hands, putting those blocks at any height you'd like. So that's simply an option, blocks or not. Let's tuck the back toe, lift the knee, so we're in a full runner's lunge. And we'll do a little flow here for the hips. As we shift the hips back, straightening the front leg a little bit, Find a little stretch there in a pyramid shape. And then exhale back into your kneeling lunge. Inhale, draw your hips back. Exhale back into kneeling lunge. Allow yourself just to move back and forth here. I should have mentioned that I have added some hip openers in this practice today. You might have figured that out by now, right? Good, last one. Let's sink into that runner's lunge. Pause here. Drop your back knee back down again, the toe flat. Just going to move my blocks away. And we'll slide our right leg back to our tabletop. Let's sway the hips side to side now. Side to side. As if you're making windshield wipers with your hips. Side to side. Right? Notice if this is challenging for you or not. Little side to side. Yoga tells us a lot about our bodies as we move, right? Good. Let's start in with that cat-cow sunbird on the opposite side. So inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Again, inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Now on this one, we'll inhale to cow, left leg, knee to nose on that cat, and we'll flow the sunbird heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Heel to the sky. One more time. Heel to the sky. Good. Now knee to the nose. Let's bring that left foot between the hands. Again, here's those blocks as an option. Sinking into your kneeling lunge. Breathe. Keeping the shoulders down. Relax. We'll tuck the back toe into full runner's lunge, using the blocks as support if you're using those, right? The shoulders over the wrists. Shift the hips back for pyramid. Maybe we're straightening the front leg a lot, or maybe just a little. Let's do just what we can without any judgment here. Sink into that on your exhale. Inhale, draw yourself back. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, draw yourself back. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, good. Last one. Exhale into that runner's lunge. Drop your back knee down. Nice. We'll put the blocks back beside of the mat. Slide it back to your tabletop. Readjust. And then sway the hips side to side once again. Sway, sway, sway. Very nice. Let it go. Right? Very important to keep moving. You never want to be stagnant or still for too long. The body is meant to move. All right, coming to a still table. Let's walk those hands back to our knees and come up to a kneeling posture. Hands slide behind the back in fists on either side of the spine. Let's shift the hips forward so they're over top of our knees and starting to melt into a little camel shape, a back bending shape. Support your back with your fists, drawing that energy from the fists in and slightly downward. Right? And then the chest opens, breathe. Let's come back to neutral spine here for a moment. Take a breath. Good. And on your next inhale, open this camel up again. Be gentle with yourself now. One more breath. Back to center. So these hands are being very active, right? Last one. On your inhale, kneeling camel. The hands are active, fists pushing in and slightly down. Supporting your back. Like you're leaning over something. All right, back to center. Beautiful job. Inhale, let the arms go. Lift them up overhead. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Let's melt into hero's pose. Tailbone drops down between the heels. Head bowed to honor your practice. Practicing with someone in the world today. I am not alone in my practice. Good. Now let's release the arms and melt into child with our arms behind us, forehead to the ground. Let go here, just breathe. Some teachers call this a little embryo pose with the arms behind us, right? This is really a traditional child pose shape. Beautiful job. Now slowly bring the arms back out in front. We're slowly finding our first downward facing dog as we lift the hips from the heels, tuck the toes, shift the weight back, lift the knees, and pedal it out in your downward facing dog, or move around any way that your legs, hips, and shoulders would desire in our first downward dog. Breathing, stretching, moving, heels drawing towards earth, hips lifting up, holding that downward dog still, or perhaps you're still moving in it for 3 more breaths. Relax, relax, relax. Good. On your next inhale, you might want to shift your left foot slightly inwards as we lift the right leg to 3-legged dog. Nice big stretch there. Let's bend that knee, fan the knee open to let some breath come into that hip. Gaze will shift to the right here. Back to center, 3-legged dog. Exhale that leg down. Inhale the left leg up. 3-legged dog. Good. Let's bend the knee, fan open to the side, stretching through your hip a little bit more. Oh, these hips, right? Back to 3-legged dog. Exhale your left leg down. Beautiful. On your next breath, we'll start walking our feet towards our hands. Just for today, let's try to keep our hands on the mat as long as we can as we start to walk forward. So we walk, walk, walk forward. Walk, walk. Now after a while, we might have to peel the fingertips up, or the hands up, so just the fingertips are there, right? But we end up in a forward fold at the front of our mat. Breathe here. Breathe, breathe. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, for a little more stretch, take your left foot and bring it on the outside of the right foot so that your one leg is in front of the other in your fold. Good, 1 more breath. Let's come back to center with the feet. Very nice. Stay here, or option 2, take the right foot outside the left foot. Now both feet are flat here. This is pretty intense of a stretch. If your legs tend to be tight, your IT bands, your hamstrings, please be mindful. Good. Now let's bring that back to center. Beautiful job. Soften the knees a little bit. Inhale. Come all the way up. Reversing a swan dive, right? Little back bend here at the top. Let's bring the hands to heart center. And we'll do 3 half sun salutations together today. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Let's inhale, come halfway up, flatten your back. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, rise. Reverse the swan dive, little back bend. Hands come to heart center. Again, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. All the way up. Soften the knees if you need to. Little back bend. Hands come to heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rise. Breathe. Little back bend. Hands come to heart center. I am not alone in my practice. Breathing. Very nice. Let's move on with our practice. I'd like to do Sun Salutation B. That incorporates a warrior one and a chair pose. So let's enjoy that. Please just do what you can. Drop the arms, inhale up, exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway, exhale down. Left foot steps back, flatten the foot, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Let's step back to plank pose. Option to drop your knees, especially on this first one. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, balancing on tops of feet. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Let's inhale the left leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring that foot forward, warrior one, right foot flattens. Breathe. Exhale, hands frame the foot, stepping back to plank pose. Option to drop knees or leave them up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Right leg comes to 3-legged dog. On your exhale, step the foot between the hands forward, fold here. Bend the knees, chair pose. Good, inhale, rise, little back bend. Hands come to heart center. Very nice. Take 2 more breaths. And we'll do that one more time. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Stepping the right foot back. Warrior one. Take your time. Left knee is bent. Strong back. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Stepping back to plank or knee down plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 2 breaths. Beautiful. On your next inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Step the foot forward, warrior one. Flatten the left foot. Breathe. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Plank pose. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Left leg lifts up, 3-legged dog. Let's step that foot between the hands, forward fold again, front of the mat. Bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale, rise, little back bend. Hands come to heart center. Breathe, gentle smile. Practicing yoga together. Good, so I have a little more work for you today. We're going to add on a little bit to the work section of our class today. Add some more warriors in here and a little bit of balance. So when you're ready, let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Let's lift halfway one more time. Exhale, release down. Breathe in that fold. Good. Now take your time. We'll step the left leg back. This time for runner's lunge. Stay here. Now, if you can, if you want to try, come to high lunge with your arms overhead. We'll spin the back foot to find a warrior foot, warrior two. Your right toes are facing forward. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Let's bring our arms behind our back, clasping the hands, a little different warrior arms. Option one, stay here. Option two, let's humble this warrior two by inhaling, little back bend, exhaling, the heart and chest come forward. Inside that front knee, arms can lift off of the back if you'd like. Stretching here. Breathing. Good. Now let's come back up from there, all the way up. Can we take the feet out to a diagonal so that our weight is separated equally on both feet? Toes are to the corners of the mat. Hands cross over the heart, and we'll come to a little half prayer squat over here on the right side. So we're squatting down a little bit. Let's bring that over to the left side. I'm just gonna open these arms up and then bring them back to the heart. Open them again. If this is too much work, put the hands on the hips, and that's perfectly fine. One more time over here. Pause. And let's just come right around to our runner's lunge, facing in the other direction. Good. Can we twist this out away from me here, right? Twist that out. Good. And exhale down, very nice. Now let's step back to plank pose or knee down plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe. Good. Very nice. Let's lift that left leg to three-legged dog. We'll bring the foot between the hands back to our runner's lunge. A little balance here. So some of you know a jiva squat, right? It's not that complicated. We just launch off that back foot, tap the knees together, leaving that right foot just in the air there. You may want to try to let go of your mat. Come up a little higher. Option one, stay here. Option two, take it to a little eagle. Coming up a little higher, wrapping that leg around the other one. Back to our jiva squat. Good. Now can we step back to high lunge? Big move there. Take your time. It's okay to put your arms down. Breathe. Good. Let's open to warrior two. Beautiful. Reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two, arms. Hands behind us, right? Option one, stay here. Nice heart opener. Option two, humble your warrior two. Lift your heart up. Exhale and release inside that knee. Open the arms away from the back there. Breathing. Good. And slowly come back up. Shift the weight to both feet. feet, both legs. Turn the toes out, hands to the heart. Half prayer squat over here to the left. Open up. Let's move this now. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, right? One more. Hang on, hang on. Exhale, over here, close. Hands drop down. We're coming back to runner's lunge, facing in the other direction. Let's twist it out away from me. Exhale down. Good. Stepping back to plank pose or knee down plank if you wish. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe, 2 breaths. All right, now, moving along, just hang on. Inhale, right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Good, so we're in runner's lunge. Here's that Jiva squat, hang on. We're coming off that back foot, knees tap together. Stay there or come up. Option to go to eagle. Back to the Jiva squat if you went to eagle. And we're stepping back to high lunge. Or you can put your hands down there if you wish. Let's move a little faster now. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Hands behind the back. Inhale, exhale, option to humble the warrior. Breathe. Good, slowly come back up, shift the weight to both legs equally, toes to the corners. And bring the hands to the heart, half malasana over here to the left. Open it up, inhale, close to the heart, exhale. Open, close. I am not alone in my practice. All practicing with someone, right? Last one over here. Let's bring this to a runner's lunge. Twist it out away from me. Exhale down. Good. Let's step back to plank or knee down plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, left leg, 3-legged dog. Let's step that foot forward for runner's lunge. Stay here or find Jiva squat. Knees tap together. Stay here or option for eagle. Back to Jiva squat. High lunge, let it go. Hang on, we're opening to warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Back to warrior 2. Hands behind the back. Inhale. Option to humble that warrior. Breathe, let it go. Breathe, breathe. Come all the way back up. Shift your weight center. Toes out on the diagonal, hands to the heart. Half prayer squat. Open. Right? Close. Open. Give yourself a little heart hug. Right? This always makes me smile. Always. All right, last one here. Here we are. Hang on. All the way around to runner's lunge. Twist it out. Exhale down. Last time for our plank pose or knee down plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands for runner's lunge. Last time for balance. Jiva squat if you're going there. Last time. Eagle pose. Same leg wraps around. Back to Jiva squat. High lunge, let it go. Yay, beautiful job. Let's come to 5-point star. Toes out to the corners. Hands to the heart. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Good, now let's push our heels out. Straighten out your feet. Bring hands to hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, come forward with a flat back. Feel free to take a full stretch here. Just let yourself go. You can use your block for your head if you'd like. Just breathe here. Let go, let go. There might be 1 or 2 of you watching who want to toe heel your feet wider. If you are working on straddle, widen your feet as much as you'd like to. Your toes will still be facing forward, right? Your head might be on the ground, or perhaps you just have your hands supporting you. Just breathe. Good, now let's sink into this for 2 more breaths. Doesn't matter where your hands or where your head are right now. Whatever's comfortable for you. Good. Now slowly lift the head up and let's toe heel the feet in. Toe heel, toe heel. And then the toes out a little bit. Feet are a little wider than hips, finding our prayer squat as we drop our tailbone down between the heels. Hands to the heart. Maybe the head bows to the practice here. Just feeling a sense of world, a sense of community as we're practicing today. Know that others love this practice and know that others lean on this practice very heavily, especially at the times that are difficult in our lives, right? Beautiful job. Let's slowly sit down any way that you can. Taking both legs now and dropping the knees over to the right. We'll find what some teachers call deer pose. I call this modified pigeon. So both legs are facing the same direction. We're sitting tall. Let's spin over here towards the right side. Little twist. If you're able, go ahead and drop your right forearm down. The gaze can shift towards the ground, bringing that left arm out. Just let your fingertips graze the earth there, reaching out as far as you can. Breathing. Good. Slowly come back. Very nice. Now stay here is option 1. If you'd like to go into full pigeon, if you feel open enough to do that, you'll have to slide your right leg open a little bit more so that your knee is coming more towards the edge of your mat. Then shift yourself so that your left leg comes out long. You can rest your fists one on top of the other with your head on there. We'll just breathe. You're welcome to put one of your blocks under any body part, particularly maybe your left hip if you need that. Taking 3 more breaths. Good. Lifting up your head if it's down. Let's come back up and slowly just drop down on that left hip, bringing your legs back, turning to face me. Good. Can we take this left foot flat right out in front of us? So I have my left knee bent. Going to drag this right leg through, as far through as I can, so that my heel is trying to come over here to my left buttock. Good. Now, we'll see if we can cross this left leg past the thigh. Good. If that works for you, stay there. If it doesn't, just put it back. If your hips are very open and you practice a full cow face leg, you can slide that left leg maybe a little bit more onto the top of the right leg so that both soles of the feet are exposed to the back wall behind you. Let's stretch out our shoulders with cow face arms by lifting the left arm up and bending it. Put the fingertips behind your back there, or on your back behind your head. And then this right arm can come around so the palm of the hand faces out. You might be able to touch your own fingers maybe, or maybe not. Just stretching. Now from here, can we lift our heart up a little bit more, be a little bit taller? 3 breaths. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. You may feel very twisted right now. That's okay. 1 more. Good. Exhale, release the arms. And slowly, slowly untangle the legs. Good. Now we need to shift the legs to modified pigeon in the other direction. Legs are facing the same direction, we just switched sides. Let's take our little twist over here to the left. This is nice. Right? If you'd like to, drop your left forearm, let the gaze shift downward and extend your right arm long, fingertips on the ground for a nice twist here. Good. 1 more breath. Slowly make your way back up. Now stay here is option 1. Option 2, if you feel open enough for full pigeon, you'll have to slide your left leg open as far as you can so your knee is closer to the edge of your mat. And then just shift your weight so your right leg comes out long, toe down. Your forehead could rest on your stacked fists. Option for a block under that front hip. Breathing, relaxing. I am not alone in my practice. I am not alone in this world. I have a community of support. Good. 1 more breath. Releasing the forehead, slowly coming up and dropping down onto that front hip there to come back to where we started. Good. Let's bring this right foot flat in front of us with the knee bent. If you'd like to try, slide your left leg underneath there with the heel towards your right buttock. You can stay here or bring this right leg further across as an option. Some of you might go to the full cow face, with your knees stacked one on top of the other, your heels close to your hips or as far as they get today. Whatever configuration of legs you ended up in or any part of this is all good. Yoga's a practice for your lifetime, right? We have every day to work on this. For cow face arm option, right arm lifts up and bends at the elbow. Fingertips behind your head to your upper back. And the left arm behind, palm of the hand faces out. Some of you might find that your hands may touch or they may not touch. It doesn't matter. Now, once you've configured this, let's lift the heart up. Breathe. Stay with the sensations. 2 more breaths. Release the arms slowly. Release the legs slowly. Very nice job, everyone. Good. We're coming back onto our backs again. So take your time. Just extend one of your legs, lift the other one up, roll on back, bring your knees to your chest and rock. We did a lot of work today. Be proud of yourself, what you did today. I'm going to end this class with a heart opener. We'll do a little series of these. So let's drop the feet to the mat for bridge pose, arms to our sides. Remember that your shoulders are important here. They've got to ground down into the earth as you lift your hips up for bridge pose. Breathe. Let that energy of oxygen fill your lungs. Exhale, bring yourself down. Good. Let's do that same thing one more time. So when you're ready, if you need to, walk those feet in a little closer. Sometimes they slide out a little bit. Walk them in a little closer to your body. And then inhale, lift up again. Breathe here. Filling the lungs. So the chin is off the chest, but it's not off the chest very far. So it's very close to the chest, but it's not really locked in there. One more. Exhale down. Very nice. Can we separate the feet now? Bring them to the edge of the mat. Open your arms to your sides. And as if your legs are windshield wipers, just side to side. A few times. Side to side. See how you feel from all that you did today. Coming back to center, walk the feet in. Let's let the soles of the feet touch each other for a little butterfly shape to end this practice. And we'll bring our arms down to our sides for one last bridge, this time in butterfly shape. So the hips will lift up, the shoulders will ground. Take a few breaths in your butterfly bridge. Releasing that last little bit of tension. And exhale yourself down. Good. One leg at a time to relax into Shavasana. The heels at the corners of the mat. Just readjust yourself so you feel comfy. Palms of the hands could turn up, the arms to your sides. Relax and breathe. Close the eyes. Know where to be right now. Nothing to do. Let this whole practice just settle in. Let it absorb into your body, into your muscles, your bones, your blood. Embrace it. And know that others are embracing it right now too. You are not alone. Relax, relax, relax. yourself back into the room. Allow some gentle organic movements to come into your body. Maybe your hands and fingers, toes and feet are moving. When you feel enough energy to come into the legs or hips, allow yourself gently to roll over to one side of your mat. Pausing there to thank yourself for practicing yoga today, for doing the best thing that you could for yourself today, mind, body, and spirit. And when you're ready, slowly let's come back to a seat to end the practice. Sit any way that you're comfortable, just for a moment, no rush. Let's end this practice by bringing our arms to the sky, hands to touch, and bringing the love of the world into our heart, reminding ourselves that we are not alone in this world. We are not alone when we practice. Namaste to all of you.